In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to create tables in Supabase database, step by step 2026. First, open your browser and go to supabase.com. This is where we'll access the dashboard for managing your database. If you're new to Supabase, the site gives you a clean interface to handle Postgres without writing everything by hand. Next, log into your Supabase account. Use your usual sign-in method, whether that's email, a passwordless link, or a connected provider. Once you're in, you'll land on the main dashboard. On the homepage, choose the organization that contains the project you want to work on. Organizations are helpful for grouping projects, especially if you collaborate with a team. Pick the correct one so the table ends up in the right place. Now select your existing project. If you don't have one, you can create a new project first, but for this walkthrough, we'll continue with an existing setup. Opening the project takes you to the project view. Inside the project, look to the left-hand navigation. This is your main menu for database, authentication, storage, and more. Click Table Editor. The table editor is a friendly visual layer over your Postgres database, making it simple to add and edit tables without manual SQL. To add a new table, click New Table. This opens a form where you'll define the core settings for the table. Enter the table name and an optional description. Clear names are best. Choose something that reflects the data it will store. You'll also see the option to enable row-level security, or RLS. Enabling RLS is recommended because it lets you restrict access to rows using Postgres policies. Policies are required to query data when RLS is on, and without a policy, queries will return an empty result. That's by design to protect your data. You can create these policies after saving the table, so go ahead and enable RLS now if you plan to control access later. There's also an option to enable real-time. Turn this on if you want changes in this table to be broadcast to authorized subscribers, which is useful for live dashboards or collaborative apps. Next, set up your columns. Define each column's name, data type, and any constraints. Common choices include an id column as a primary key, timestamps like created at, and types such as text, integer, boolean, or JSONB depending on your needs. Consider defaults and not null settings to enforce data quality from the start. When everything looks correct, click Save. That's it. You've created a table in Supabase, ready for data. Remember, if you enabled RLS, add policies before querying. Thanks for watching, and happy building!